Welcome to my favourite time of the year. Welcome to something a little bit spooky. And let's look at the amazing Nightmare Before Christmas. My name is Will, I host the Bald Book Geek, and if you are interested in early access, you are more than welcome to join my channel, become a member, or join my Patreon. Also, my second channel, Millennial Nostalgia, is linked in my link tree. So let's start something spooky. I recently revisited Nightmare Before Christmas, a film that feels like a blast from the past. It's one of those movies that defined the 90s for me, blending Hollywood spookiness with Christmas cheer in a way only Tim Burton could imagine. I want to get inside that man's brain. Let's be real. I want to know how his brain functions. As a kid, I remember being enchanted by the film's world. Even if I didn't fully grasp its dark humour and quite a lot of emotional depth, now watching it again as an adult, the film still feels whimsical. And it holds up. It's a beautiful film. But there was a lot more heart and artistry than I've given credit for in my younger years. The main protagonist, Jack Skellington, is the king of Halloween Town. He's bored of the same old routine of scaring people and longs for something new. Enter Christmas. Jack Skellington's journey from Pumpkin King to Santa Claus impersonator is as much about self-discovery as about spreading holiday chaos. I mean, when I was a kid, Jack was just cool. This lanky skeleton in a killer suit. But now I see him as a character grappling with an existential crisis, making his whole adventure a metaphor for the midlife crisis, or maybe even just burnout. We all feel trapped in a routine, don't we? He goes through a lot, realizing that something can't be. Sometimes you can't force a different identity on yourself, and that's a surprisingly relatable message. Plus, who can resist Danny Elfman's fantastic musical score? I mean, the music in this film is memorable, and to this day I still have that soundtrack on repeat when I need to feel happy. It's one of those, it's just a beautiful film, full stop, when it comes to just the sound design and everything else. The world building in Nightmare Before Christmas is still top notch, especially the contrast between Halloween Town and Christmas Town. Burton's signature gothic style and the stop motion animation creates this wonderful, eerie yet cozy atmosphere that's really hard to find in modern animated movies when they're copying and pasting from the same stock resources. Halloween Town is delightfully creepy, with a cast of quirky, ghoulish characters like Sally the rag doll with a rebellious streak, or Oogie Boogie, the villainous sack of bugs. These characters are more like strange friends rather than true villains or sidekick, making the whole town feel like an extended family, a spooky and extremely dysfunctional one, but a family nonetheless. Meanwhile, Christmas Town is the exact opposite, with bright colours and an overwhelming sense of joy that feels almost too perfect. The contrast between these two worlds is what makes Jack's journey so engaging. As much as I loved the creepy Halloween Town, I find myself appreciating the cozy charm of Christmas Town more than I expected as I've got older. If there's one thing that hasn't changed for me, it's the delight of seeing Oogie Boogie, a villain who defines the so bad it's good trope. Oogie is over the top with his gambling layers, sinister musical numbers, and ridiculously campy personality. He's not a terrifying villain, but he's memorable and fun. A perfect fit for this weird film, the tone, everything, it just all fits together. He's like the ultimate bad guy from your childhood nightmares, scary enough to make you nervous, but still amusing enough to make you giggle. I touched upon the music earlier, and I'm just gonna say this. We need to talk about it a bit more. Nightmare Before Christmas The soundtrack. Danny Elfman's score is iconic. Songs like This Is Halloween and What's This are endlessly catchy and perfectly capture the true essence of their respective holidays. Even after all these years, I found myself singing along, word for word. And to Jack's lament and the hauntingly beautiful Sally song. It's this combination of music and visuals that give the film such a timeless appeal, and it genuinely looks stunning in 4K. Even if you haven't seen the film in years, these melodies stick with you, and revisiting this film feels like a reunion with a really old friend that you haven't seen in a long time and you need to gossip about everyone you know over a hot chocolate and a Christmas muffin from Starbucks. Rewatching The Nightmare Before Christmas is always a joy, and there is a huge debate that followed this movie for years. When do you watch it? Is it a Halloween movie? A Christmas movie? Honestly, it's both. And that's the beauty of it. As I get older, I find myself watching it during that awkward time in late November, or just at the cusp of Halloween, or just at the start of Christmas, when spooky is not quite over, but we're starting to see the excitement for Christmas. A Nightmare Before Christmas bridges those gaps between those two holidays perfectly, and it gives you a taste of both. There is a reason this movie remains a true timeless classic. It's more than just a spooky kids movie. It's a heartfelt story about identity, purpose, self-acceptance, wrapped in a delightfully weird and visually stunning package. Whether you're watching it for nostalgia, the catchy songs, or the sheer creativity of it, the film delivers. And it's safe to say that after all these years, Nightmare Before Christmas is a cinematic gift that keeps on giving. Whether you're in it for the holiday spooky or the Christmas cheer, it's a movie that somehow never feels out of season, and one that just takes me back to a happy place.